I'm Darielle with the Faith of the Urban Book Nook, where I share reviews, author spotlights, and all things lit, literally. And I am so happy to be here today with my amazing guest, Miss Author Shani Denise. And I just can't wait to chat with you, girl. So before I jump into my questions, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit just what inspired you to get started?
Hi everyone. I'm author Shani Denise. Let's see. I've always written poetry. Middle school, like I've always been an avid reader. So after school and my husband is currently deployed, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write. I'm gonna start back writing again, thinking that I was just gonna pick up writing poetry. Girl, it turned into a whole story, and now we have summertime in the city. So and now we're 7 books later. Here we are.
Okay, so it's summertime in the city. Your what number is that for you?
Summertime in the City is my first book.
Okay, so girl,
My
I read
first.
it. I read it. I got some questions. So let me tell you,
Yes, ma'am.
the title alone is a vibe. So I was like, okay, what we gonna get? Because summertime in the city, I'm thinking like one night fling. What we gonna get? Okay, so tell me what inspired this story.
Okay, so summertime in the story, I always tell everybody like all of my stories have a piece of me in it. So summertime in the city is very dear to me. It's very poetic, written that way. That has a little bit of deeper meanings if you lean into it. But yeah, there's a lot of me in this story as my first story. So
Okay, so we need to get into this deeper meanings because there was a couple of times that I was like, hmm. Okay, so take me to the significance of when she was sitting on the step and she was being quiet and he was just there. And he was more so able, it's like it was this unspoken language that was there. Ooh, girl, you destroyed me with that one. Okay, but what was the significance of that?
So, grew up in Detroit, right? I'm born and raised in Detroit. So, a lot of times you go outside and you're just sitting in the summer, don't come back in my house until the street lights is on. I grew up in that age gate. So, like, after you get grown and you just go outside and you sipping, you might have a little wine, you might have a little fago, but like it's like the city is alive, like Detroit is alive in the summer, so everything is going on. But so you just, when it cools down, it starts to get a look, the sun is setting, you sit on the porch and you're just relaxing, enjoying the vibe of it. And baby, the vibe between the two of them, their chemistry, I feel like their bodies were just more of talking to each other. And that's just what it was for me. Like people that I've been with that I dated, we would just sit on my porch on the 3 steps. Okay, because I had 3 steps, and we would just sit there and just chill. We didn't have to talk. The music was blaring from down the streets or cars that was coming by. It was just relaxation. That's it.
So that's what I got. So I grew up in Maryland. So I would be in DC. And it's kind of like the same thing. You would just sit outside, but it's very, very peaceful in the midst of everything going on. It's very weird to
Yeah.
explain, but I felt that.
Yes.
Okay, you did that. Okay. So I noticed you mentioned you from Detroit, but I feel like you mentioned Atlanta and a little bit of Houston as well in this book. Am I wrong or right?
I did mention she left Detroit and went to Atlanta because, okay, and what's coming soon is like a before summertime. Um, and
We're
just
in a
that's just a
prequel.
look exclusively here, okay? You guys may be getting a before summer. Um, and it's gonna kind of give you like the prequel of how she got there and the story before. Because if you read this story and the story when they were at the block club, Meech is like, I thought you wasn't dating no more hood dude.
Yeah, okay, girl. That was one. Okay, you beat me to that scene because I was like, help me understand. Because okay, all right. So that backstory will be in our prequel.
It will be in your prequel.
Okay, because he looked like he was ready to yoke her up. So I was like, I got questions. Why you ready to yoke? Like, who is you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it was purposely put in there
Okay.
because I was like, I'm gonna bring you in. I want y'all to see her as a full story, but I also want to like dive into Peaches, and so you understand how her and Meech, because that is actually her first love, and that is who actually broke her and made her go off to college, and she decided, you know what, I'm just doing me, and I'm gonna go back to the city, and I'm just gonna live my life. But baby, one night at the corner store
Well
changed
played,
everything.
sis. You, because I was like, I'm over here because I read it on my Kindle, so I'm going back and I was like, he just popped up. Okay, like, well played. Well, so how important was it for you to have the setting in Detroit? Because of the reminiscence more so?
Yes, like, okay, I'm gonna put on for my city wherever I am. Like I am a Detroit girl. I am a D girl through and through. You just caught me on the day that I didn't have my D on my neck and the D in my ears, baby. I'm a Detroit girly. So I'm always gonna represent my city because we've always been known as, so many different things. The murder capital of the world.
Mhm.
This, and this or whatever, but nobody actually sees the history, the culture. It's such a good vibe if you actually get past all of that. It's so I wanted to represent
You
my
gave us the
city
love
and my birth.
story. You did.
Yeah.
You did. Well, okay. So if Summertime in the City is your first book, then tell us about the I see what, like 5 books behind us. What are these from?
Yes. Okay, so you read Summertime in the City,
And I need to
and then we
know
go,
next.
yes. So that's your 90s love story, kind of reminiscent of. Then you have When the City Sleeps. This is your erotic street urban lit. So,
Girl,
baby, this is some,
girl.
this is also in the city as well. This is some take me through there, take me through there. It's very much so grown and erotic, baby. Okay, this is,
Noted. All right.
yes, that's there, right? And just to give you a little bit of that, so this is Nia and Darius' book. And Nia and Darius, if you notice the names of my characters for all my books, they're all like from 90s sitcoms and 90s movies.
Ah,
That's my ode to that because I'm such a 90s girl.
I love.
So, but When the City Sleeps is your erotica, but Darius is in the street, as they call him Big Z, is in the streets, and Nia gives him an ultimatum. Either you're gonna be the king of the streets or you're gonna be the king of my sheets. So that's When the City Sleeps. Then we have Hits by Chaos. So this is Christina and Dre. And they are, baby. They both have powers. This is my kind of like my intro into a paranormal fantasy book. They both have powers, but it's not in the way that you think. They go on a journey, on a quest together to find out how they got these powers. Why are they full of chemistry? He can read your mind. His eyes glow red, and she can engulf her whole body into a flame. And baby, the flame does just not stop there. Okay, so that's a journey to go on with the two of them. That's Kissed by Chaos.
Clearly, I'm going down this rabbit hole of you. Okay, what's next on my list?
So then we have Home for the Holidays. Now you know I had to give y'all some drama, right? So
Oh,
Home for the Holidays is makeup artist Tiara Davis. She left the city, a small town girl. She left the city and decided that she wanted to go off to Hollywood. She wanted to live her life. But baby, what she don't say is that she left for 3.5 years and she decides, you know what? I'm done with Hollywood. I just want to go home. I miss the small pace of things. Baby, she go back home, go knock on her parents' door, and the man that she left 3.5 years ago is standing at her parents' door. How you doing? So we have to unpack 3.5 years worth of hurt, drama, and yes, I made my main character, my female main character, take accountability for her actions, and she actually has to go and explain herself because sometimes as women we'd be like, oh no, the man has to come, the man has to come, he has to apologize. But I wanted my ladies to see that it's okay to take accountability and it's okay to you have to be wrong sometimes. You can't be right all the time.
so which is this Christmas, Thanksgiving? What's this?
This starts at Thanksgiving and takes you through Christmas.
Okay, I gotta know. I gotta make sure I have the right book at the correct.
Yes.
Okay,
It does, yeah. So it tells you, can you really come home if the heart you left behind is still waiting on the porch?
okay.
Have
Okay.
fun. A lot of drama and a lot of heat in there. Then we have my Hallmark. Oh, I'm so proud of this book. This is Snowed in Love, and it has I did two different covers for this one, but this is one of them. Snowed in Love. She's a registered nurse. She gets stuck in a snowstorm on the side of the road, and that man comes up with his F-350, knocks on the window, and say, "Baby, can I help you?" Of course, she's a D girl, so she's like, "Baby, I don't need nobody. I got my thing in my purse. Stranger danger. I don't know who you are." And he's like, "Look here, my mama would not let me let you stay out here in 0 degree weather on the side of the road. Baby, I'm going to help you." And he starts trying to shovel her out, figure out what's going on. And baby, she finally cracks that window and she takes a look at that man and she said, "Oh yeah, you can help me. I'm at your service. What would you like me?"
I added that to the list too. Look, I didn't put it down too.
Baby. So yeah, so she gets it's a love story, a whirlwind. It is a fast-paced romance, but baby, it's when I say this is your Hallmark feel good palate cleanser
Okay.
love story, and it takes you all the way into the new year.
All right. I got
Um,
this. All right.
and last but not least, my we just released today. It's my release day.
Please, happy Pop Day. Now I really got to make sure
Yes.
it's carried to the altar. Let me go download that right now.
Oh my gosh, yes, it just came out today. So she's caught between the man who offers her everything and the one who she gave her heart to. She must decide what love is truly worth before it's too late. And it gives you a choice. Like you have to choose whether you like Bachelor One or Bachelor number two. And Bachelor number one is the man. Come on,
I
yes,
just
Bachelor
downloaded
number.
it. It's down there. Okay.
Yes. So that's your number one. She is in love with him. She met him in college, and she loves him, but but she gave her heart away when she was 5 years old. Okay. So she has to go back and get her heart back. She has to decide whether she's going to go ahead and marry this man. So you got to find out who she's going to meet at the altar. But baby, before that, you go on a journey with her. And Tracy is her name. So she's going to go with Derek, and then you're gonna see the backstory of between her and Tybee as well.
Okay. I
It's
just
good.
added it. So I will be
It's so
devouring
good.
that soon. And I'll be back with some questions. I'll be like, girl, I got something for you. So your
Yes.
characters, everyone you just described, seem very relatable and just real. So how do you approach creating these characters that readers can connect with?
I'm gonna be honest with you. They're me. They're me. They're different parts of me. They're different parts of my life. They're different relationships I've been in.
Mm,
You're gonna catch me and my husband and his qualities, his quietness, as you've seen that with Q, the quietness of that comes from my husband. He's very much a quiet person. But yeah, these are just like relationships for me, my best friends. Like summertime in the city, those are actually my best friends, Nikki, Candace, and Jasmine. So like you get the different aspects
yeah.
and yeah, yeah. Yeah. So this is not, oh, she's just pulling from anywhere. I'm pulling from actually real life experiences. And yes, I have all signed consent. They read it before they came out. So they know, they approve of it. My girlies are amazing. I've been knowing them since elementary school. So yeah, they're like, we know who this is. I was like, shush, 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 shush. We know who you talking about because they've been on the ride with me. So yeah, I pull from a lot of real life scenarios. So if you feel the realness of it, it's because I pull from real life experiences.
Okay, that makes even more. So are there any characters in any of your stories? I know you're not supposed to pick more than one, but maybe we can get something out. So is there any character in the story that is especially close to you? Like which one is your favorite?
Oh, okay.
I know.
So Summertime in the City is one of my favorite books because it's my baby. It's my first one.
Mm,
Um, it's my first one. It's the one that helped shape me into learning. Like I wanted you to see the journey that I go on through learning,
mhm.
going into my authorship. So you will see my pen grow with each book.
Wow.
And different things I've learned throughout the way. Like, oh, okay, I see we editing. Okay, I see we formatting. Oh, okay, I see we're promoting, marketing. Like you're going to learn. So don't be too harsh on me now, y'all. I'm learning as we go. I'm picking up the things. Like I did not know anything going into this. I just was like, I write poetry. I get up on stage and do poetry. Like that's all I've known in the past. So to
Yeah.
actually put pen to paper and like write an actual story, I have learned, and I've had a group of amazing women. I have a group of amazing friends that are authors. It's like six of us, and
Oh, wow.
we, when I say they are such a great support, nighttime collective stand up, morning collective stand up, y'all know y'all my loves.
Mhm.
So shout out to y'all. Like I have learned throughout this journey.
Okay, so you say poetry, girl, and you know I have my Kindle highlights. So I have to tell you one thing that I highlighted. So it was the I let me tell you, he melted me. It says, "You don't make me peaceful. You remind me of what it feels like." And when I would tell you, girl, I was literally like swooning. I was like, I melted. I was just like, if I can't like this one sentence enough, baby. Oh, you did your thing with that one, okay? Because he could just do no wrong in my book. And anything after that, I was like, she's stupid. If we're not with him by the end of this book, we are stupid. So without giving too much away, what makes the relationship in Summertime in the City do you feel like stands out? Like makes it stand out?
Think the realness, the connection, just the building of not even so much of the talking, like you said, it's the connection of them just being near each other, with each other, kicking back, vibing. Like I miss those days where you could just, vibe with somebody and you ain't gotta go do too much. Like, I get it. The girlies want to be wined and dined and taken out and
Yes.
everything. Yeah, we deserve all of that. So, baby, sometimes
Yes.
I want you to just grab me around the city and play
This is
some
true
music.
too.
Sometimes I want you to take me to a park, maybe a
Yeah.
museum, a aquarium. Take me somewhere. Let me learn some history. What about an art museum? Take me to a jazz poetry place.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted you to choose that connection. It does not always have to be, baby, you ain't take me to Morton's. You didn't take me to,
Yeah. Agreed.
yeah, so sometimes just in the chill moments, baby, we can sit on the steps. We
And
can
just
sit on
be
the
here.
stoop
And
and
just
just
be
be. And
here.
just be.
Ooh,
Okay.
I was like, they in love. Because that's how me and my husband sit on the couch. Not a word be spoken, but we in love. We together. We good.
Yeah, and I be scrolling and he be scrolling or playing the game. Baby, I mean, he might rub a foot in the middle of it. It's just the subtle touches, and it's okay. We don't have to be on top of each other all the time. It's like, and I've been married for 16 years, girl, so take it by he,
Okay.
baby. I'm like, sometimes I don't want to be touched. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
just want you to
true.
touch my foot, touch my pinky.
This
You know
is
what I'm
true.
saying? Hit my butt while you walk back to go get the clothes out the dryer. I
This is
don't,
true.
baby. It
We
ain't
still
gotta be all of
using,
that.
we learning. We
Yeah.
finally got it that it's like, oh, okay, we got this thing down. So yeah.
Yes.
So tell us what your writing process is like.
Oh, y'all. So I am a voice note girls, and my girls know, like the nighttime collective, they know, like I'm driving. I have 3 kids. So I'm always on the move doing something for somebody. So I tell the girls, and that's how we came up with Album of Love, which is our collaboration that we did for Valentine's Day. I forgot to tell you about that one because it's the ebook. Um,
Don't worry about what's
so
like. Don't before we go. What's the name of that one?
an album of love, and it
Album
has
of
a
Love.
playlist.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
resume.
So girl, she said everything.
I'm good.
So literally, I'm driving the kids, drop them off the school. I say, y'all, I got an idea. And they like, what you got now, Shani? What we doing? And because I was in the voice, I was like, so what y'all think about if we wrote a love story for Valentine's Day with a playlist
Mm.
and we each came up with a story, or you could do poetry or whatever, but it's based off a song. And the audience has to guess what that song is. So, an album of love is literally short stories and poetry based off a love song for Valentine's Day. So, literally, when I'm driving, I get little inspirational thoughts, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna write about that." Like right now, I just wrapped up writing 90 Days to Forever. and that's me and my husband's love story. Because we got married in 90 days. So I kind of took we got married in 90 days. He's my high school sweetheart. We've known each other forever. We've known each other 23 years.
Okay.
But we literally, when we got back together, we got married in 90 days after, literally. He proposed in March. Baby, we was married May 1st. So
That's right, girl. That is
So I
right.
took that as I took that, I was like, oh, 90 days took forever. And so I took that, that's my title. And then now that's how I started building. I was like, okay, what do I want to talk about? And so then I started
Mhm.
building the story that way. But my process is mainly I'm out and about. I can hear a song, something, I see just inspires me, something you're scrolling across, and I just get
Just
inspired.
those apps. So do you write in the morning?
Girl,
You a morning writer or a night writer?
Girl, whenever I get a minute, because it's hard to schedule my life. Like I said, my husband's deployed, so I'm a full-time mom. So, baby, I might voice note or I might find a piece of paper somewhere and be like, "Oh, I like this" or whatever, or get on the computer and start typing something. But mostly, I guess I'll say between the hours that the kids are at school, so 9 to 3.
I'm like, okay, valid point. That's when I do my most too. Like, I do all my
Yeah.
emails and stuff during the day.
Because it's quiet. I don't have to worry about nobody saying, Mom, look, I can
Yeah,
really lock in and focus and just, But baby, something about me in the car,
that you
I
just
don't
get
know
the
why.
ideas.
I get ideas. I do my marketing. I do my emails. Like I drop the kids off. I pull up to my house in the car. They be like, Shani, get out the car. We know you've been sitting in the car for like two
Like,
hours.
I'm
I was
going.
like, girl,
I'm going.
I'm just going. But it gets done. I don't know what about sitting in the car after you unparked it. Yeah, it
What
happens.
surprised you most about this author journey?
Oh my gosh. I had my first event. So Summertime in the City dropped August 8th.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Black Book Bash October, like the first of October. I think it was like October 3rd. That was my first book event. That I got accepted to, bend that. And baby, I sold out. And people were asking, can they take pictures with me? Can I sign the book? Can I sign like they had like plaques and bags and stuff? And I was
Yes.
like, do you know who signed the book? Me? That
Don't
is,
care,
do you
girl.
know
We
who?
need you.
Do you? I was like, "You want me to sign right here? Do
We
you know who
need
that?
you.
That said Christina Jones. That said Danielle. These are people I read that I read their books. Do you see? That say Octavia Grant. What
That
are
means
you
you wasn't no
saying to
kid.
me,
That means
baby? I was just when I say I was
I
overfull, yes, I cried like a crybaby,
love
and
that.
I was just so like, oh my gosh, y'all want to take a picture? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right,
Yes, girl. Let me tell you, when I finally track you down, just know I'm one of the ones I'm like, can you put my name in the book? They're like, your name? Yes. I feel like DAR. I need my name in the book. I need a picture. I do all
yeah,
of it. All of it. So when speaking of which, what do you have coming up? I need to figure out how I can stalk you. What you got on your list?
oh my gosh. So I leave tomorrow for Dallas for Black Girls Who Read. I Yes. So I'm upstairs packing down. So I leave tomorrow, and I'll be there this weekend. So Black Girls Who Read is from April 3rd through 5th in Dallas, Texas. And I am at BRBF as a sponsor. I am a sponsor author there. So if you see me, come up to me. Yes, I got them books on me. Okay, I got the books on me. If you are at
All of
BRBF, and I'm at Pages in the City in New York. That is July 26th.
it. Hmm.
And then I think that's it for the year so far. And I have a lot of local things here in Jacksonville, Florida.
So we got to figure out how to get you to Houston.
Come
Um, we need
on.
to figure it out. We got to get you on a stop here somewhere because
Oh, yes.
the Houston book girlies, we a little different. We be full fan,
Yes.
so we need to figure out how to get you here. If not this year, next.
Look.
So
Okay, let's tell them. I already sent the message to, what's it, Boots on the Ground. I said, hey, I need to get there. Put me on the wait list.
I'll be there. I'll be
Yes.
there.
Okay.
Wait, is that the one in Shreveport? Is that the one you're talking about? Are you talking about books on the ground that's in Houston?
No. In Houston, boots on the ground.
Oh,
I sent
I'll
them a
be
message, but I am already booked for 2027. I'll be at Exclusively, I'm just about to sign a contract for Love and Books, which is in Hollywood, LA. I already signed for Boots. I think it's Boots and that's in Shreveport. I'll be there. And I'll be at ICU, which is in Detroit. You know I have to go home.
Of course.
Um, so yeah, I have about 3 or 4 next year already booked up.
So let's not wait till next year because I'll be the host at the one in Shreveport. So we're gonna be besties by the time that one. So I'll be full fledged.
Yes,
You getting 2 days of me and my sunshineness, but we gotta link up before then. If not,
yes.
soon as you open your pre-orders, just know my name is about to be everywhere. Just know. Just know.
I
So
love it.
in the meantime, where can we purchase your books?
Okay, so I prefer ShaniDenise.com. That is my website, but I am also on BarnesandNoble.com. I am also on Amazon. You also on Kindle. Um, I think that's about it. Yeah, I think those are the main ones where you can get my. Oh, I'm on TikTok Shop. You can get your books on TikTok Shop, baby.
Tell you, baby, this when the city sleeps is triggering my eye. So you'll be seeing this one very soon. Okay. So
Yeah,
before we get out of here, let's do a rapid fire. Summer love or slow burn?
summer love.
I'm a summer love girl too. I like a refurbished thug that can give me summer love. That's my issue. So city life or small town?
City life. I'm a city girl.
I'm a city girl too. I need a bus stop and a bodega. I need something to go to. Okay. Um,
That part.
a trope you love writing. So do you like romance? You like fiction? What is yours?
Oh, I do love, now y'all know I love a good romance. I'm a romance girl. Look, my girls had to say, they was like, Shani, you got to get out of denial. We unpinned you the lover girl. So they unpinned me the lover girl. I accept
Like
it.
it.
I am your lover girl. Yes.
Okay, so what's a trope that you think or you think you'll never write? Well, you never say never. What's a trope you usually steer away from?
Um, mm,
No,
I
you
don't
leave
think
it
I would
on.
say I was. Yeah, I
I
think that
love
you might
it.
get a little bit. You might get a little bit everything, and I'll give you guys this. I am not gonna necessarily put tropes in the beginning of my books, so that gives it away.
That's
So
true. I
go on a
agree.
ride with me. Go on
I
a ride
agree.
with me now. Protect your health. Now, if you get to a partner with you like, I can't mess with that. Then
Yeah.
turn the
All I
page.
asked was, I
But
don't want you to tell me the truth. Just give me my trigger warnings. I want to know my ride. I'm taking all the rides. Don't get me wrong, but just give me my trigger warnings so I know we about to be on this ride and
yes,
let's ride this ride. I'm with you on that one.
yes.
What is your current read?
Oh, so my cousin is the reason why I'm back into reading. I used to read all the time, like Triple Crown Productions couldn't stop me. Okay, I am a Triple Crown Productions girly.
Okay.
So go back in the day. I'm a dang girly. Like those books I should not have been reading in middle
All of
school.
us. All of us,
Was
girl.
that, but I literally like got away from it. And so like in 20, I want to say 2022, 2023, my cousin was like, "Girl, you gotta read this book." And I was like, "What book? Girl, I ain't read no book in forever." She was like, "Just listen to the audio while you going." Me and my husband driving, taking the kids to Legoland. And she's like, "Listen to the book." Girl, she had me listen to Moth to a Flame.
Oh, girl.
The whole ride
That
to
book had me
Legoland.
stressed. Do you hear
My
me?
husband, my husband's looking over there like, I quit. I can't read it no more. This is dumb. Oh my God. What is happening? Like, I was going off. He was like, I'm about to pull over because
Yeah,
what are you doing?
girl.
What is
Yeah,
happening? I'm calling my cousin. I was
girl.
like, girl, I can't read this no more. She was like, I was like,
Girl.
it's good, but I can't. I can't. This
That's
emotional
how I
roller
felt. And
coaster.
I love me some him too. Girl, that whole book. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Don't get me
So yeah,
started.
she got me back into the reading world. When I say I love that book down, but I did go on all of the highs and lows, quitting every chapter,
Yeah.
everything, talking so much mess. But that is what started, and literally that year, I think I read 300 books. Like yeah, like I got
I
right back
definitely will
into
do
it.
it to you. And then
Yeah,
Ashley Antonin always does really well on her Audible selection. So every time you get in there, you're like the Audible. So. This is
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
one
y'all,
one last question. What's
it's
one
coming.
word? See, look, let me don't worry about it. While we on here, let me go ahead and put this on here right now. I'm not, because then I'm gonna be like, watch. Don't worry, I'm downloading it right now.
Actually,
One
actually,
last
I
word.
meet her in Dallas, and it's done. The audio is done, so it's coming.
Okay, look, as I download it. So one last word. What is one word to describe you as an author? Look, this is look. When this
Oh, one word to describe me as an author is poetic. I feel like I'm very much so poetic. You're gonna get different meanings in my books. Don't, especially in Carry to the Author. Like the last line of the prologue, it says, "I can't wait for him to actually see his own eyes. I can't wait for him to open his eyes to see himself," meaning that he'll be able to open his eyes and see himself from a viewpoint of the world and not what he thinks about himself in his head. Um, yeah, I can't wait for him to own his own eyes. And my friend was like, "Girl, what does that mean? What are you saying?" I was like, I said, "You got to look at it from a different lens. I can't wait for him to own his own eyes." And she's like, "Own his own eyes?" Because he's always seeing himself from everybody else's viewpoint. He doesn't see himself from his viewpoint. He hasn't grown up and took charge of himself and trusted and believed in himself to actually believe what he sees and what he wants in life.
Mm, well done. Well, well done. That's a perfect way to end. I want to say thank you so much for taking time for talking to me. Girl, I got this catalog down. I done got two books in on Kindle. I will be on your neck. Okay. As soon as I get
Yeah,
books read, we will be circling back around. Okay. And I can't
right.
see your well, much success for today's release. Can't wait to see the
Thank
review.
you.
And I'm just excited to see this ride that you're on because Summer for the City, it did chef's kiss. So I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking time. We will definitely be in touch.
Yes, ma'am. Please do. Don't be a stranger, girl. Go off in my look. Go off. You got my messages on here, but go off in my DMs or whatever. Let me know how you feeling while you reading. I love that. I
That's
love the feedback.
right, bestie girl. You don't even know it. I am there.
Yes, ma'am, girl. That's okay. I'm gonna send you my number. I'm gonna email it to you.
All right, we will be in touch.
All right. Have a good one.